Am I the asshole for shutting down Black names? Because I think it'll make life harder on my kids. My husband and I are having a baby. I'm mixed race, half Black and half white. My husband is Black. We don't know the gender yet, but my husband prefers names that most people would call Black names for boys. Names like Trayvon, Devontae, Marquis, etc. I grew up with a name that is tied to Black culture and hated it for most of my life. I go by a shortened form of my name professionally, ED for Denisha, because I have seen how people react to my government name. I am sure I have been passed up for jobs because of how people perceive my name. My husband has a name more commonly used for white boys, Jake. He wants a strong Black name for our son because he never had that, and believes that giving him a white name to avoid racism isn't helping anyone. I don't disagree, but don't want to use our son as a test dummy to change that. This has become a battle. I know that we both need to agree on a baby name, but AITA for writing off all Black names? Update. I posted a month ago about a dilemma my husband and I were having with our baby's name. We had already decided on a girl's name because it honors his mother, but we're stuck on a boy's name. My husband thought it was important for our son to have a name strongly tied to Black American culture. I wanted a more neutral name since I am biracial and grew up with a stereotypical Black name. We found out we are having a boy and decided on his name. His name will be Miles Trayvon. We thought it was a perfect compromise. My husband's family tends to use middle names a lot, so he'll probably be Trey to most of them. When he's in school, his name will just be listed as Miles' last name. He can officially be Miles T. Last name if he doesn't want to use Trayvon. But he can also easily go by Trayvon if he feels more connected to that name. This option gives him the choice, which my husband and I agreed was important. My husband hated growing up with the stereotypical white boy name and said it caused some ribbing from people in his community who saw him as being less Black. He talked about how in 8 Mile Eminem's character says something like, "This guy's a gangsta." His real name is Clarence. That's not to say my husband ever wanted to be a gangsta. He's an actuary, LOL, but he said he felt like his name played a role in further isolating him from his Black peers growing up. I had the opposite experience. My mom is white and my dad is Black. They decided on a stereotypical Black name, and I think it made my life harder. Professional, I go by a nickname, and I do personally as well. When talking about it with my husband, I realized it started early. I remember being about 4 and being out with my white grandma. A woman came up to me, touched my hair, told my grandma I was beautiful, and then asked what my name was. Instead of saying my real name, my grandma said, "Her name is Daisy." I attended an HBCU and finally felt comfortable with my given name, but noticed a lot of seniors with Black names used shortened versions of their names for job. Thanks, y'all.